Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is a Case the Catalogue day and it's straight out of the Holiday Catalogue. Now this one's a little bit different. I've changed it up just slightly and I hope that you're enjoying the few changes that I'm making to the beautiful cases of the catalogue. Now it is the Holiday Catalogue. It's on page 45. It's using a stamp set called Snowfront, which is this one here. It's a scene builder stamp set, photopolymer. Love scene builders. And the card that we're making is this one down here. Now it's a 3x3 in the catalogue. I'm changing it up just slightly. I don't really like making small cards like that too often. So what I've done is I've made it small and then popped it onto a thick Whisper White card base. So really, really cute. It uses minimal supplies and you can use a lot of scraps with your Whisper White and your Real Red. So it's a great card to make for Christmas cards this year because it is minimal supplies. It's a gorgeous card. Doesn't that look so beautiful? I just wish that we had winter and snow here in Australia for Christmas. Absolutely be amazing. But anyway, we are in summer and that's not the case. Let's get over to the craft table and we'll get started. What I really love about this card is it is super clean, which makes it really pretty, I think. There's a little bit of elements there just to jazz it up, but I love how simple this looks. You could easily make a ton of these in no time. It uses minimal supplies, which is even better. So let's get in all the supplies that I've used. I've used the Snowfront stamp set. It's a scene builder. Really great stamp set, photopolymer. You can make heaps and heaps of different scenes in this, which I really love. Now the sentiment that I've used here, I have taken from the Cup of Christmas stamp set, another really great stamp set in the catalogue. Let's just bring in the card that I've cased. So it's this one down here. Now the sentiment is Be Merry, and it comes from the stamp set Tidings All Round. So this one here, up here, Be Merry. I don't own that one, so I've just changed it around to be the Cup of Christmas and I've used Merry Christmas, which does the same thing, I think. I'm also using the largest stitched shape in the square. Inks are Mossy Meadow, Grey Granite, Basic Grey and Early Espresso. The elements here in the catalogue are the red rhinestones. I'm using the Toil Tidings Glitter Enamel Dots. I've got these ones and I want to use these up. These are really super sparkly and gorgeous and I think they work well with this card as well. I have Versamark ink and white embossing powder. We're also using the heat tool to emboss this sentiment. And lastly, I have some white baker's twine, just for a little bow here on the side to give it a little bit of extra oomph. My card kit here is all ready to go. Very, very simple, but all the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog, so check that out. The link is in the description of this video. It is thick Whisper White card base, which I've already pre-scored. I'm just going to fold in half and burnish. When you're doing cards that are Whisper White card bases, I highly recommend using the thick Whisper White. Really thick, gives it a lot of extra stability and just makes the card look more impressive. I've also pre-die cut the largest stitched square, just to make it a little bit quicker as well. There we have that one. And a little strip of the Real Red cardstock, and that's for our sentiment. So let's get all our stamping done. I'm going to start with that little square. I'm also going to bring in a mat and just a scrap bit of paper here. And we're going to do a little bit of stamping off here. So our trees are all in Mossy Meadow and it's just second and third generation stamping there as well. So what we're going to start off with is that snowbank, and we're going to stamp that in the grey granite ink. So it's just about layering down your scene. I'm also going to ink that off as well. So stamp that off and then placing that one down. Our little snowman is in basic grey. Basic grey ink. The little snowman. So cute, he's got a hat on and everything. Gonna pop him down just there. Oh, that didn't come out very well. Let's try that again. That's better. The house is in Early Espresso ink. I love all these browns and neutral colours. They look really great on this card. And that's going to be full strength. Now my favourite is the Mossy Meadow trees. So let's bring that ink in. And we have that little Christmas tree there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up one full strength. And because that's gone off the edge and you can see there's a little bit more ink on this side, what we need to do is we need to ink up again, because if you stamp that down on the card base again, you're going to end up with that line because of where we've stamped off. So always ink up again. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to just create a little bit of effects here. And I'm just stamping a few times to give that fullness of the forest in the background. Let's do that again. So stamping off on the side, I want the brightest colour on the edges. So let's ink that again. And I'm just going to create the scene here. How cute is that? That looks so good. That's our stamping, but now we're going to bring in the Versamark ink for that sentiment. So he's all ready to go. Sentiment's going to come in. Now our sentiment stamp is on 2 words, so top and bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to mask off each one before we stamp. So I'm going to mask off Christmas and just stamp the Merry. If you don't do this, what you're going to do is you're going to end up stamping Merry and Christmas top and bottom on your sentiment piece, because our sentiment piece is a little bit bigger than our stamp. So I've masked that off. I'm just going to ink up in Versamark ink, taking off that post-it note. And I'm going to stamp the Merry down on that real red cardstock. I'm also going to bring in my white. Now I could stamp the Christmas at the same time and then heat emboss the whole thing. I don't like to chance doing something wrong, so I like to do one at a time. I know the other side's all right to go. Heat tool, and let's just melt that powder. I'm going to clean off that stamp to get rid of all that Versamark. Just got a baby wipe here, so just cleaning that off. Another post-it note to get rid of the Merry. Ink up the Christmas. Now, if your sentiment's all in one line, you don't have to worry about this, but not all sentiments are one-liners. There we go. Going to stamp Christmas down. Powder over the top, and we can melt that powder and emboss it all beautifully. I'm going to bring some dimensionals in. I want to pop up that sentiment piece. And I think I'm going to use some dimensional edges. Don't need that big bit there. So the sentiment looks really good just popped up. Popping him down there. I'm also going to pop up this whole piece. One in each corner. Now if you want to create a little bit more elegance to the card, you could also emboss the card front. That would look really good too. But I really like the clean lines of the whole card. I think it just really makes it. Okay, so we're just placing that down. The Whisper White twine, I'm just going to make a quick and easy bow. I love that there's no kinks in this. I got rid of I finished using all the white baker's twine that was on that cardstock, so I'm happy with that. Get rid of the long tails. I'm going to bring a glue dot in to fix that down onto my card. I'm also going to roll that glue dot over just so it's a little bit smaller. There we are. Popping him down. Excellent. And all we have left now is just our little enamel dots. Now these come in garden green and real red. And I'm just going to use 3 of the smaller ones. Actually, no, I think I might use 1 medium. Yeah. So I don't use just all my small ones, and 1 down here as well. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's card. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you left me a comment. Hit subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet, and don't forget to click that little bell to be notified of all my new videos. Okay, until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all back here very soon. Bye-bye.